Hello. Coming in for turn 4 of Fitna. The decks have been reshuffled. And we can move on to number 4 here for the Syrian regime. Yeah, so they all have 3 asset cards. So one of these might be useful to hold on to. It doesn't really matter whether it's the Air Superiority or Sam Umbrella, but I don't think we need both. Humanitarian Corridor, probably not useful for us. So I think we'll spend these. Do we just want to spend all 3? I mean, the chances of well, it's possible that there's a closer support in there. I feel like just going full hog on the offensive, so to speak, is a better idea for this turn. I think we'll just cash in all of it, maybe. Oh, it's a tough call. No, we'll hold on to Air Superiority just in case. 10 will be enough. 10 ops. Do we have any movement we need to do? We could do at least one. So we'll do one movement or one movement ops, and the rest I think will be offensives. Do we want to do? Yeah, just the one I think is going to be fine. 1 point, because we're just going to. Oh, these are not connected. I didn't actually realize that these 2 are not connected. Or are they? Oh no, they are. Never mind. It's just hard to see. There is a line there. I was like, why are those 2 not connected? That's weird, but okay. But no, they are. Yeah, because we're gonna want to at least. We'd want to at least block Palmyra, but I think we can push into this area and kind of keep ISIS down a bit. So let's go from there, and probably going to want to do an offensive towards Raqqa, not this turn, but maybe next. I mean, we could do it from Aleppo, but we want to see how the siege of Idlib. It's not really a siege, but it's kind of a siege. We'll see how that goes. Some attacks from down here. But first one, movement point. We are going to move, I think we'll move this guy over to that side, and then we're going to move the militia and that mechanized unit. Is this one? Yes, two step. So move them to Palmyra. And with that, I think we will go straight to offensives. So we played a total of 10 points. We have 9 offensives we can do. That's a lot of power, firepower. We can really push here. And we're going to need to push on at least a couple spots. Still need to push there. Oops, but Idlib is going to be probably the most important, though I think we can. Let's just do this first attack on ISIS first, just because of this. But we're only going to send, I think, just them, because we want to hold. If we keep a unit in Palmyra, more ISIS units can't spawn, because that could potentially be an issue if they spawn behind us and cut us off from supply. So we're just going to send them forward. So that's going to be a +2. Nobody's playing any events. I mean, they could theoretically play an asset here they have 1 asset. I forgot what they had. Oh yeah, they got the Turkish guys coming in too, potentially this round. So they could launch this for. Oh no, that's really for really for an attack. So never mind. It's for a Daesh attack, or it could be anyone's, but particularly for Daesh can be used for them. Daesh, ISIS, whatever you want to call them. Either way, not really useful. So they're not playing anything. So it's a +2. It's kind of the middle of the road. So still a bit risky. Let's see what happens. A 3. That's going to be an exchange. So each side loses 1. So the ISIS unit's destroyed. And then this unit is reduced, but moves in. And I think that's good there. So we still have 8 offensives to do. So we'll go here from Idlib. So these are the, oh yeah, it's the Republican Guard Division. Wow, yeah, so the Republican Guard mechanized, along with the 75th Mechanized Brigade, not particularly offensively, or just, you know, that strong in general, but it's, you know, something to absorb some hits. So we got 5, 11, 13, a defense value of 6, 9, so it's a +4. There is no terrain penalty here. So it's a +4. Now it would be defender's choice if they want to play a card for this. They don't actually have one. Granted, the Syrian player would not technically know that, but they don't know cards being played. So at a +4, we're middle of the road. So let's roll, see what happens with this offensive. A 3, that's the exchange again. So the 76th Brigade will take a hit because they're not that valuable. And then one of the, let's see. Ooh, the Al-Sham are pretty, oops, the Al-Sham. No, it's more valuable to hold on to an intact Al-Sham militia, so the Sunni militia will be destroyed. Okay, next up, all 3 going again. So here's another offensive. So this is any real point difference here. When we're at 10, defensive 8. Oh, so it's still the same chart, only a +2 now, but it is still a chart. Wait. Yeah, 8 to, oh, no, I'm sorry, not 10, they're at 12. Sorry, I was like, that seems off. No, 12. So they're at a +4, which is the same chart, but +4. It's like I lost the same of each value. 4, so that's going to be exchange with heavy losses. So that's going to be everyone taking 2 losses each. So the brigade will be destroyed, and we'll take a hit on the Special Forces division, and then 2 losses here. Yeah, we're going to have to lose the militia, the Al-Sham. So that leaves just the mechanized division of the Free Syrian Army intact. And then we still have 6 more offensives. That was 2, 3. Yeah, so we have 6 more. So this is going to be offensive number 4. Attacking again, everybody going in. So 8 versus 6, so it's a +2, same chart. Still nothing happening. 3, that's the exchange. So they take a damage, and the infantry division is destroyed. This is really bad losses, but it's still, I think, worth it, because we want to use troops in Aleppo to go on the offensive outside here. So let's go again. We can try that. I mean, we could just send 1, down there if we wanted to, but let's go again. 6 to 3, so same chart. 4, that's heavy losses. Oof. So that's going to destroy both. And Idlib is still technically controlled by the Free Syrian Army. That's not, well, that was not quite the result we wanted. Well, shoot. All right, that's them. Them's the breaks. We still got 4 more offensives to do, so let's go. Let's finish off Yal-Baral. So let's send. Let's see, defensive, no terrain, defensive 2. I think we can send. We'll send in this guy. It's the 9th Armored Division. Attack of 7 against a defense of 2. So they're on the +5 table, so it's a little better for the attacker here. So let's try it. A 5 is going to be a defender retreat, so they're going to take a loss and then have to retreat. So they take 1 loss. We'll lose the Sunni militia. Now, I don't believe they cannot retreat into Kurdish territory. I don't believe they are considered be allowed to do that. Let me just look at something here. Is there any special rules about that? Kurdish units in Iraq, and I don't know, Kurdish PYD is here. I gun cards. Yeah. So my understanding here is that those are not, the Kurdish bases are not considered part of the Free Syrian Army, so they cannot be joining in there. If there's anything that says it specifically. That's about out of supply. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here about no. Kurdish, yeah, yep. Right, Kurdish supply, right. Found the Kurdish section, so I'm just checking to double see if there's anything. No. Okay, yeah. So they're not considered friendly for the Free Syrian Army here, or anyone really. So the unit can't retreat, so it's automatically destroyed. Okay, so we should have. Let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I think that's right. 5. So we should have 3 more. That's going to be a tough one actually to crack, so I don't know if I want to do that one. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go for that yet. Let's try to see if we can get rid of these militia down here or damage them. 3. So 7, 9. So it's +6. Okay, puts us on that 5 to 7 table. Roll a 5. That's going to be a defender retreat. So that's going to cause a loss. Doesn't really matter which. They have nowhere to retreat to, so they're going to be destroyed. And they're on here now. Okay. 2 more. I don't think there's... I guess I could try to push at Afrin, but I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. So I think I will leave it the way it is. Yeah. I think that'll be it. Strategic movement. Is there any strategic movement here I want to do? I think we might move this guy out of Dara and bring him over to here to bolster that section. And we draw 3 cards. We'll draw 1 asset. Should we draw maybe 2 assets? 2 assets and 1 event. Oh, we got a reinforcements card. Okay, cool. Okay. Next, then we move on to the rebels. Now, they have a lot of problems happening now. A lot of problems. Oof. Okay. So, let's see, okay. Euphrates Shield. Active player takes control of the Turkish stack. We already have it labeled out there. Placed on Jarbalis or Dahuk. All units initially present on this box are eliminated. Okay. So here's Yarbalos. Why do you say that? Yarbalos. Where's Dahuk? I actually don't know where that is. Ah, way down here. It's way over near northern Iraq. Okay, but we're not going to put it there. We are definitely going to put it. So we are going to use it immediately because that's too good. Well, we get Turkish units. That's too good. So we get this Turkish stack reinforcements. A decent stack, not amazing. Well, 6th Corps is, but good stack here. So that'll immediately destroy the Syrian 9th Armored Division. That's pretty good. These units are now, Turkish units are now in play and can be used by the Free Syrian Army player. Okay. think we will activate the, we're going to activate the Kurds. Because it's, oops, I'm putting these in the wrong pile. We're going to activate Kurdish mobile battalions. Kurds don't have any more replacements to put on the field for this scenario. They do still have these 2 mobile units. Do we try to eliminate in Deir as, oh, you know what? I should have actually used Daesh first. It's too late. I already used the card, so we're gonna do that. Actually, no, they're gonna try to damage the Syrians in Aleppo. So we got 12 firepower defending against 13, and -2, so 10, so it's a -3. Yeah, -3. It's not a great chart, but they're Kurds, so we don't care that much. I mean, we don't want to use them, we don't want to like completely use them, but if we did actually use them down here, we'd block our Daesh guys, and that wouldn't be good, so. 3. That's going to be a attacker repulsed. Damn. Okay. It's 4 ops to use. So do we want to try again? I don't think so. I think we'll just, well, 9 against 9. Still not great, but let's try it. So we're rolling on the -1 to 1 table. Got a 5, heavy exchange. That's fine with us. So that'll destroy them and damage them. It's another Syrian unit gone. We lose the one Kurdish unit, and they're damaged. Okay. And I think that'll conclude the Kurds there. And we'll activate Daesh. Get 3 ISIS units. Kind of semi-random. I didn't really shuffle them that well, but go with something like that. They get dropped on Hasaka. ISIS is one of the few that can actually go 4 units, because they're all like 1-step units, so they can only go 4. And then we're going to attack into here, so let's see what we got. Kind of bad unit, okay unit, and a bad unit. Oh, that's all right. We got 4, 6, 8 against 3, so it's a -1, so +4. So we're on the +2 to +4 table. They roll a 3. It's going to be an exchange. So we'll lose one of our crappy, Daesh will lose one of their crappy units. And then the Syrians will lose that unit. We now have a lot of ISIS fighters in Deir ez Zor, whatever you call it. Okay. So they only controlled that. They controlled that 1, so they controlled on Nova Field, so they actually do have 2 ops points. So they will actually push for Palmyra because they control 2. So that's going to be defensive 2 versus 7, so +4. Or yeah, no, sorry, +5. So on the slightly better table. They only roll a 2, which is an exchange. So they only damage the militia. Damn, that would have been nice to have guys over here, and they lose. Okay. And they're forced back. And with that, I guess they could have used, it wouldn't really matter that much, but yeah, no. Okay, that's all that. And we can spend these ops points and try to push for Aleppo with the Turkish forces is not a bad idea. Hmm. Actually, I don't know if they can do that. The Turkish forces might just enter that square and that's it. They destroy whatever units are there, so you kind of want to try to beat them, actually. Yeah, actually. Rebel player controls the Free Syrian and Sunni and Al-Sham militias plus Turkish jokers. They have the joker card, but they don't actually get to move the Turkish units. Turkish units just move into that space, destroy what's there, and that's Euphrates shield, so they just get a very limited intervention. And you get to, yeah, limited offensive. Okay, so you get to destroy some units and go down. Well, so it wasn't as many units as we necessarily would have liked, but that was probably the best we're going to get, given that the current situation is very poor. And we really need some reinforcements, so we're going to get 3 cards. Oh, okay. So we got a reinforcement card and the coup. So that's a huge deal. So I think they have one more chance, because I don't believe... Let's see. Yeah. Basically, I think we're able to kind of keep going, because that can potentially get us back in the game a little bit. So let's move on. Only 20 minutes in. Let's just go straight to turn 5. Let's just do it. We'll start off with Syrian player. So here's the thing. We need to push back against the Kurds still. That's still something that is good for us. And we also want to deal with that Turkish force when we can, but we're going to need more forces. So we can play the reinforcements card, which we're going to need to do, so we're just going to do that. You know, do we want to reinforce the units that are weakened, which would really just be these 2 right now, or do we want to bring in another unit back, which is probably what we want to do for now, just because we're not going to have... Yeah, I think let's... that's more combat power, but we'd also get a loyal unit back if we, say, brought back the 9th Division. That might be worth having an extra... Come on, camera focus. An extra loyal division. This is actually a tough call. Let me see here. I want to see something about bringing in reinforcements. Where is it? Sorry for the kind of slow thing here. I'm trying to find something about... Here you go. Yeah, okay. Okay. That kind of makes more sense. So I was trying to figure out was how reinforcements would come in for Syrian player in this, the rebel player in this kind of situation, and they can kind of spawn anywhere, sort of, which means that I've probably been way too gung ho with the the regular Syrian player that I didn't catch. That I thought it had to be supplied area, but at least the way I'm reading the rules, and it's a little unclear to be honest, but it seems like the Sunni and Al-Sham militia can spawn in any Syrian territory that doesn't have enemy units in it. At least that's the way I'm reading it. Let me pull it up. Where was here we go. Shia militia arrive in any space controlled by Iraq or Syria, depending on the scenario. Sunni and Al-Sham militias arrive in any space controlled by Iraq or Syria, depending on the scenario, or any empty space in these two countries. So any empty space in these two countries, yeah. So they can't. So that's how the rebels can actually still stay in this game, and why it might actually make more sense for the Syrian regime player to spread out, because now they've left vulnerable spots that are bad. But anyway, so we will bring back that guy, and we'll actually put them in Damascus, because I don't want that to be completely unoccupied, just in case the worst happens now, because the militia can spawn anywhere. As for actual moves right now, I think we're going to use... Now we're very weak over here. Yeah, we really exhausted ourselves, probably way too much. I don't know if I really want to necessarily... I mean, I should use something just because I don't want to... I should probably spread out a little bit, just to prevent potential rebels from spawning in. So maybe like we'll move this guy like to here and this guy here, kind of protect that area a little bit, so they might spawn back here, but they can't get to Damascus. Aleppo, I actually want to leave a sizable garrison on there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that'll be it. And then let's grab 2 more event cards. Good, we got another reinforcement that's going to be good for him. There's not really much else we want to do. So we'll go over to the rebel turn now. Now they had a lot of stuff here that's can potentially, yeah, they actually could probably want to use most of these events here. Let's start with actually UAVs, target militias. So 2 stacks of enemy units, attacks 1 militia unit, if any, within these stacks, rolls a die. Okay, well, we're going to use that. And we're going to hit the militia unit here, and let's hit the militia unit here, the Hezbollah unit. So let's first roll for that guy, the one up in Palmyra. A 1, no effect. Okay, and roll for the Hezbollah unit in Damascus. A 3, that's reduced. Well, that's something at least. Not going to do much, but it's something. Then I think we should use... I think we should use Kun Syria first, because that'll make it easier to bring units in. Yeah, let's use that. Let's use the Kun Syria. Let's go for it. It's gonna be interesting. So yes, we roll 1 dice for every on every unit except for the loyal units, and we will play, if depending on what we roll, it'll change the outcome here. So let's start with the south and work our way up. So we have the 7th reduced 7th Mechanized Division. So let's roll. So we want one roll low for the rebel player here. A 3, unit is just removed from the game, so they just abandon their posts. Next up, we'll do the 1st Armored Division. A 1, so that joins the rebellion, replaced with an equivalent Free Syrian Army unit. So we need a Armored Division. And since that's reduced, I assume we still have to swap it with a reduced. So there's now a reduced Free Syrian Army Division over there. And now we will... I'm assuming... I don't know if that's supposed to go back into the replacements pool, or if it's like removed. I'm going to assume it's removed. I'm going to put it by the like Russian space just to kind of show that. Okay, that was a loyal unit there, so nothing loyal. Over here we have 1 loyal division and 1 that's not. Now we're going to roll for this. If it does actually become a Free Syrian Army unit, because this unit has a higher defense, the loyal unit has higher defense value, they will have to vacate to a space that is not occupied by units. But let's roll, see even what happens. So we rolled a 6, so that unit remained loyal. So not much of a change. We have a slight threat, not even really that much, but a slight threat down here near Quatrana. And with that, we can do the, well, we actually have one free Syrian unit that we can bring in with the reinforcement card. That's not a bad idea. I think we can do that, and we can just bring him in right there. Let's do it. We need to get one decent unit right there. And then we'll play this for the 4 points so that we can move them to get a supply line to Jordan. We'll just move them here. That'll open a supply line to Jordan. Or we have 4 movements, so we can actually just claim all these spaces just because. And then strategic move them back. We're not going to be doing, we're not going to be doing any offensives, so we'll leave that the way it is. And this card is removed from the game, but it's not going to matter. And that's going to be, then they get to, the Free Syrian Army gets 4 cards. I think they're going to draw 3 events because they want to try to get more reinforcements, which is exactly what they wanted. And we'll get 1 asset, so we got leadership. Okay. Nice, so that's 2 turns. We got 1 more to do here. 31 minutes in. Let's just go for it. Let's finish up this game. Let's finish up this scenario 1. I played terribly on all sides, but we're learning. Okay. Obviously, they don't want to use this card. I think they don't use the event. I mean, that would be very bad. Damages Hezbollah. So we're not going to use that. We still we will use the reinforcement card to gain another unit back. This time I think we're going to grab a loyal Republican Guard division back. We'll drop that in Damascus. So now we got very strong defense there. You know, we still have a problem of potentially more rebel units spawning there. That's at least something. Can you use this for 6 points, even though we might not necessarily do much with it, but don't want to leave everything open. So let's move the 3rd Armored Division, because the Turks can't move out. So let's move the 3rd Armored Division, and we'll move to Tartus to kind of defend that, because that's an important spot. We still don't have anything for Latakia right now, but there's nothing we can do about that. And we'll keep these 2 cards for fighting, and then we'll draw 2 event cards, even though this is the last turn, so it's not going to matter that much. Now it's going to come down to the rebels. So they kind of are in a situation where they probably should just go for broke as best as they can. I think what we're gonna do is, okay, first thing we're gonna do is play Peshmerga, the Kurdish fighters. It'll spawn back a PYD mobile unit. We'll use 1 of the 4 points for movement, so they can move up to join these guys. And we're gonna use the next one for an offensive towards Aleppo. That's going to be 3, so 9 minus 2, so 7 against 8. So we're in the excuse me, the -1 to +1 table. Not great, but at this point, we just need to go for it. Yeah, -1 to +1 table. And I should say there was not going to be any cards being played by either side here. Just because there's better options, but they rolled a 1, so it doesn't even matter. They got attacker repulsed, so we'll destroy that unit. They come back. They're going to push again 4 against 8, so on the -4 table. So they need a 5 or 6 to do something here. 5 or 6. Wait, -4. Sorry, 4 up to do something, do some damage to the Syrians. They did get a 4, so they got the exchange. That's important. We've reduced their strength. Next, do another OP attack, another attack into Aleppo. So 1 to 4, so a -3. So we're on that table again. So we need a 4 up. 4 up. Come on. We did not get it. We got a 3, which is attack or repulse. So they're destroyed. And Aleppo holds. Okay. Then on that, the Syrians, just because it was kind of desperate, they might have done a no retreat there, but I we kind of got caught up in like, yeah, do it, see what happens. But anyway, next we're gonna play. I'm gonna play 1 reinforcement card to get. Oof. Can bump them up, or get like an Al-Sham militia unit to bolster. I think they're gonna have to do that, get an Al-Sham militia unit for it. Yeah. That's an extra 2 hits, in addition to this still getting 3 firepower. So we have to be fighting entrenched units here with Hezbollah that can absorb a blow. And with that, as much as they would love to use another one of these, they are going to have to spend it for points. Pretty much putting it all in offensives. And we're going to have to, this is going to be our final push for Damascus. Let's see what happens here. We got 4, 7, 10 attack points. Going up against 1, 7, 12, so 13 defense points. But Damascus is also a city, so -2. So 8 to 13, -5. And there's entrenchments, so we'd be rolling at the -8 table. We'll deploy leadership to get +2. Oh, sorry, excuse me. First off, defender. Looking at that, as tempted as he is, I'm going to play no retreat just in case, because we'd have to assume that there might be something coming. So, and that way, if there is, even if there's a defender retreat, we won't be actually forced out. So we're going to use no retreat. The rebel player's using leadership to give a +2 to their column shift, so they're rolling at the -2 to -4. Now with the no retreat, even a 6 is not going to dislodge them, but let's see what happens. They roll a 1 anyway, so attacker repelled. So back. There is really no chance of actually being able to do anything here. So, I mean, yeah, we could keep pushing, but the best we could do is an exchange, which would still kill just the militia, and then we could get another exchange. We can't win the fight, basically. With the entrenchments and everything, there's just no way. So we'll just wrap that there, and let's check victory, which I don't think is really much of a contest here, but this was a very strange game, because I am learning. Okay, Syrian player. Prerequisites: controls Damascus, Tartarus, Latakia, and Aleppo. We control all of the Syrian player controls all 4. Okay. Minor victory: control 13 spaces in Syria. Major victory: eliminate all rebel units, control 15 spaces. So we did not eliminate all rebel units because some did come up, although we briefly did, but then some more came back after that coup. But we have, at least I think that's how that works. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we actually technically don't have that, do we? Or I guess they could have gone through there and got it. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces. So we lost the control of those. We don't have any control over here. So we actually didn't even get a minor victory. What about rebel player? Minor victory controls 6 spaces in Syria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this count as 6? I don't know. Maybe that's actually a minor victory for the rebels. I'm not. That's funky because the Turkey thing makes it funky. But I guess the fact that they've survived after a year, that's what six turns is basically a year. They're still like, that's decent enough significant threat over on this side. Counts as a victory, a minor victory, because they're still alive. So that actually was not how I thought that was going to shake out after, especially what happened after turn 5. Or 4, whatever it was. Well, all right, we'll end it there. That's scenario 1. I will move on to probably scenario 2, which is a 3-player one, but I'll move on to that next. But there you go, minor rebel victory in scenario 1, I think. Yeah, this is a little peculiar, especially some things are a bit unclear in the rules, even though it's not a complicated game. It's just it's not super well translated into English, but it still mostly works, and I'm having fun. So I'll catch you next time.